The Mammography Quality Standards Act updates remind us that every mammogram report must contain one overall final assessment of findings. But what happens when no final assessment can be assigned due to an incomplete workup? Hello, it's Rick, and I'd like to invite you to join me in this mini moment about the contingency provided for this type of situation in the MQSA regulations identified in Section 900.12, Paragraph C, Subparagraph 1. Subparagraph 5, Item A, incomplete, need additional imaging evaluation, and Item B, incomplete, need prior mammograms for comparison. According to MQSA regulation, in cases where no final assessment category can be assigned due to incomplete workup, one of the following classification statements shall be assigned as an assessment, and reasons why no final assessment can be made shall be stated by the interpreting physician. The assessment must appear in the test results report as either incomplete, need additional imaging evaluation, which is reserved for examinations where additional imaging needs to be performed before an assessment category identified in paragraph C, subparagraph 1, subparagraph 4, items A through G of this section needs to be given, or incomplete, need prior mammograms for comparison, which is reserved for examinations where comparison with prior mammograms should be performed before an assessment category identified in paragraph C, subparagraph 1, subparagraph 4, items A through G of this section can be given. If this assessment category is used, a follow-up report with an assessment category identified in paragraphs C, subparagraph 1, subparagraph 4, items A through E of this section must be issued within 30 calendar days of the initial report, whether or not comparison views can be obtained. In other words, if due to an incomplete workup, the interpreting physician of the mammogram is not able to comply with the FDA's Mammography Quality Standards Act requirement to provide one overall final assessment from the MQSA assessment lexicon that includes negative, benign, probably benign, suspicious, highly suggestive of malignancy, known biopsy-proven malignancy, or post-procedure mammogram for marker placement, they can choose from one of the two interim overall assessment choices available. Important to note is that should the assessment choice be incomplete, need prior mammograms for comparison, a mandatory follow-up report must be generated, and thus a patient lay letter must be sent with a final assessment of negative, benign, probably benign, suspicious, highly suggestive of malignancy, or known biopsy-proven malignancy provided within 30 days of the initial report, whether or not the comparison views can be obtained. The FDA provided multiple comments and responses regarding the incomplete, need additional imaging evaluation, and incomplete, need prior mammograms for comparison assessments. Some comments suggested replacing the term mammograms with breast imaging or breast examinations in the assessment incomplete, need prior mammograms for comparison. The FDA disagreed with this suggestion, emphasizing that MQSA regulations apply specifically to mammography facilities. Extending the assessment to include other imaging modalities could delay obtaining prior examinations and issuing the final interpretation. A number of comments expressed concern about the timing of interpreting a mammogram based on the ability to obtain prior mammograms from another facility. FDA concludes that after considering the matter, the reporting deadlines stated in the regulations as proposed and finalized are adequate. Another set of comments requested confirmation that the assessment statement incomplete, need additional imaging evaluation and/or comparison with prior examinations issued as part of MQSA Alternative Standard Number 11 in 2003 remains acceptable. The FDA agreed that facilities may use Alternative Standard Number 11 or choose to use the separate statements introduced in the final rule. At this point, it should be noted the American College of Radiology also has a report organization called the Breast Imaging Reporting and Data System. However, at the publishing date of this mini moment, there is no BI-RADS categorization equivalent for the FDA's MQSA incomplete, need additional imaging evaluation, and incomplete, need prior mammograms for comparison. There is a BI-RADS Category 0, defined as incomplete, need additional imaging evaluation and/or prior mammograms for comparison. While this does somewhat match MQSA Alternative Standard Number 11. Remember that the assessment statement required under the MQSA quality standards is not a number or a letter, but a word from the designated MQSA Imaging Assessment Lexicon. Understanding the impact these incomplete assessments can have on stakeholders provides insights into the essential steps needed for seamless coordination and effective breast cancer diagnosis and treatment. For the interpreting physician, the continuing pursuit is accurately identifying the need for additional imaging or prior mammograms, communicating this clearly, and managing the increased workload and documentation requirements to ensure comprehensive patient care. Referring clinicians and other healthcare providers must coordinate timely follow-up imaging, explain the necessity to patients, and integrate these results into treatment planning to avoid delays and ensure effective patient management. The breast imaging practice is challenged with efficiently scheduling follow-up studies, maintaining accessible records, and allocating resources to handle the increased demand for additional imaging and prior comparisons, ensuring operational efficiency and high-quality care. Meanwhile, patients find themselves having to deal with follow-up appointments and understand the importance of additional imaging or prior comparisons while managing any anxiety and potential financial or time burdens associated with these procedures. Certainly, having an incomplete mammogram that requires any type of callback is inconvenient and can create concern and worry among the patient and their support circle. However, this is a crucial part of the process to ensure accuracy and provide the best possible care. It helps achieve early detection and precise diagnosis, ultimately ensuring peace of mind and optimal outcomes for our patients. The incomplete need additional imaging evaluation, and incomplete need prior mammograms for comparison assessments have a significant impact on each mammography practice. Understanding and adhering to these standards set by the MQSA for the incomplete assessments are a guide in helping to further transform the uncertainty due to incomplete workups into pathways for more precise diagnosis, effective treatment, and ultimately hope and healing for our patients. If you like this, please give it a like. Also, make sure to subscribe for more bite-sized information about other mini moments. Do you have an opinion or idea about something you want to hear about? Please leave us a comment. To get references to the information used here, check out the link to our Knowledge Hub below. Until next time, continue striving to enhance patient outcomes by delivering compassionate and precise breast imaging care